What is heaven like? That's one of the most frequent questions I get. Not always that directly, but it is often the question beneath the question, as it were. But you may be surprised, even distraught, that I cannot give a crystal clear picture of heaven. For that matter, no one can. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Friday, September 2nd, 2022. Heaven takes on a lot of guises in the Bible. If you were thinking there was just one vision of it that recurs throughout the Bible, you'd be disappointed. Don't get me wrong, you won't be disappointed in heaven itself, only in the different and often confusing ways the Bible talks about it. So let's start with the basics. The Bible doesn't describe heaven as a place where angels fly around on gilded wings, playing their harps all day. And unlike some popular versions out there, St. Peter is not depicted in the Bible sitting behind a cosmic check-in table, examining each person who arrives to see whether or not they've cleared the hurdles to enter. Instead, what we know about heaven usually comes through the hints and occasional visions of prophets. So here's what we do know. First, heaven is the realm in which God reigns. Time and again, heaven is depicted as being like the throne room of a king, complete with the ruler sitting on a throne, surrounded by courtiers and advisors, and occasionally even a group that makes decisions alongside God. Second, heaven is often depicted as the place where final judgment is given over human beings and over human affairs. This isn't meant to be scary, though. Rather, it's meant to reassure. It is designed to reassure the faithful that although it appears in this life that evil always seems to triumph over good, God will have the final judgment in the end. Third, heaven is the place where we dwell eternally in the life to come. Having been judged and sentenced, and had our sentence of guilt overturned by God's grace in Jesus Christ, heaven is the realm where we live in perfect harmony with one another and with God at long last. This is all sort of interesting, but it doesn't really get to the heart of the matter, does it? There are three things about heaven that are more important than where it is or what it looks like. Things like that are things that are outside our ability to know, after all. But these three things are suggested by Jesus and by Paul. First, heaven is where we become who we were truly meant to be, without blemish or fault. We are often our own harshest critics, and if we're honest with ourselves, there is a lot about us we hope to hide from others. When Paul uses the comparison of the earthly body to the resurrection body as being like the difference between a seed and a new plant, what he's really saying is that what we are now is corruptible, but that what we will be then is incorruptible. In other words, the true, uncorrupt version of who we were always meant to be. Second, we will be united with one another in God's eternal realm in perfect relationship with one another and with God. Third, heaven is paradise. When Jesus says to the thief on the cross next to him, "Today you will be with me in paradise," I think he means exactly that. Or to use and borrow another image from Jesus, heaven is a banquet table, a place where there is abundance, a place where we are in constant celebration mode. To quote my teacher, Douglas Otati, heaven describes the realm in which we enjoy true communion with God in community with others. So, where do we find heaven? In this life, we actually catch glimpses of it from time to time. Or to put it more precisely, we actually participate in it already, at least partially and provisionally, at a variety of points along the way in our journey of life. For example, we participate in it when we come to the Lord's table. There we commune with God in community with others as we receive the ordinary elements of bread and wine. We participate in it from time to time around common supper tables as we share our lives with friends and families while we share an ordinary meal together. Though it is not sacramental in the formal sense of the word, it does reflect the sacramental experience of the communion table. We participate in it when we comfort those who mourn and celebrate with those who go through deeply meaningful moments in life, weddings, births, baptisms. All of this is to suggest that heaven is not something we can nail down with anything approaching precision. That's not because it is unknowable, but it is not ours to control. It is not ours to understand completely in this life. It is only ours to enter upon the gracious invitation of God in Jesus Christ. When we return tomorrow, we'll take a brief look at the strange idea of hell. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.